Everyone, Paul here. Today I'm going to be revisiting the Rainbow Strategy. Now, why I'm coming back into the Rainbow Strategy is because, I was observing where I first learned it from him, and if you guys don't know the originality of how I found out about the Rainbow Strategy came from a guy from TikTok who gets on live and he makes videos, and I've made a couple snapshot videos of his lives on the channel, just a couple of them. But he goes on and he talks a lot, and the preferred method that he does is he talks about the Rainbow Strategy, and whenever he's explaining where the direction of everything's going, he always refers to the Rainbow Strategy. So and he said something in, I think, yesterday's live where it kind of where I took a closer look at the Rainbow Strategy, and what he said was, well, I'll go into it when we look at the charts, but if all the lines are going straight and they don't interfere with each other, even if the direction looks like it's going to start changing, as long as the lines keep going in that direction, it's going to keep going in that direction. As long as there's no entanglement. So what I want to do is I want to load up the Rainbow Strategy, and we're going to break it down into the key moments of where the best moments are to find trades, and also where to kind of exit your trades. So I'm going to take a deeper look into the Rainbow Strategy and how to use it for your trades. And we're going to look at this in general. We're just going to look at a couple scenarios with different assets. So I'm going to load up the Rainbow Strategy, and we're going to see why this is such a popular method. Okay, so there's different ways to actually load up the Rainbow Strategy. Now, if you guys are using TradingView and you want to do it for free, you don't want to do TradingView and you don't want to pay extra $15 a month, what you need to do is you need to get your three smooth moving averages right here. Go to three smooth moving averages, and you're going to click it 3 times, and in those settings you're going to change it to 20, 25, 30. That's the first set. And make sure you have some bright colors. Usually for the first one, I usually have yellow, and I have it stand out. I do choose bright colors. So the first batch is 20, 25, and 30. The next batch is 35, 40, 45. And then the next batch, which is 50 and 55, and you just check off the last one. You don't really need it. I mean, you can put 200 on there if you want, but I don't. You need the 50 and the 55. So that's how you set up the Rainbow Strategy. Now, I include it with the 80 and oscillator because I just use it as confirmation. But basically, that's how you set up the Rainbow Strategy. So the Rainbow Strategy, it's what I call it the Rainbow Strategy. But we're looking at Bitcoin right here, and basically what you want to do, and what I learned from watching the TikTok video, was the most important part of the Rainbow Strategy. Let's see if I have them all loaded here. The most important part here is the 20 to 25, and then the 20 and the 55. So those are the most important part of the Rainbow Strategy. It's the 20 and the 55, and then the 20 and the 25. Break it down, from what I've seen, those are the key parts of this strategy here. So the first thing you want to do in this strategy is find an asset. Now, I'll do this like on the hour. We'll do this on the hour and check here. We'll get a couple assets here. But, well, basically, the 20 and the 25. Now, you want to make sure the 20, this is your moment of getting in on trades. You want to make sure that your 20 and your 55 are crossing. So we can actually check off everything except for the 20 and the 55 real quick. We can check off everything except for the 20 and the 55. And then there. So every time it crosses, that's what you got to look for. This is the moment in the market where it should be changing direction. So what you want to do is you want to keep your eye open for all the time it crosses, like right here and crosses there. So you want to, those are your entry points, is when the 20 and the 55 are crossing. So that's what you want to look for. So what I want to look for, a couple examples here. Let's look at a moment where it crosses. So we see that the price of Bitcoin right here crossed at this point. So the moment of entry would have been right about here. So you would have, this would have been when you got in. Now, what I do is I use the 80 oscillator to kind of confirm it, to confirm that it's a good trade. So if this is a good trade, you're going to see the 80 oscillator. You're going to see the green line going through the signal line or the red line going through the signal line. If you're in a bullish trend, now this is the extra step that I do. You know, a lot of people just go by the rainbow strategy. I use the 80 oscillator as an extra confirmation. So basically, when you want to find the 20 and the 55 that are crossing, you want to make sure that the green line, well, if you're doing a bullish trend, you want to make sure the green line is above the signal line. If you're doing a bearish trend, you want to make sure that the red line is above the signal line. So it has to be above the signal line. So that's another confirmation for me that where you're going, it's a good trade. So we have that confirmation that this right here is a good trade. So this is a good trade right here. So since we know it's a good trade, we're going to load in the 20 and the 20 and the 25. So let's flip off. I'm gonna flip off the 20 and the 55 right now. We're gonna look at this real quick. Okay, so this is right around where it crossed. Okay, well, let's just turn it back on. Let's just turn it back on. It gets too confusing for you guys. 20 and the 55. Okay, so the 20 and the 25. So this is where it crossed right here. And if you'll notice on the 20 and the 25, now as long as the lines are going straight. Now we want to focus on the 20-25 because they're the ones that are closest to each other. So as soon as it starts touching each other, that's when you're going to start running into a problem. So we want to look about when the 20-25 starts touching it, which is right about here, and then you start seeing it go down. So you can really base a lot of your trades on the 20-25, and then if the 20-25 are crossing, it's a big indication that it's going to start going in that opposite direction. So that's another move that you can do, is you can wait for a 20-25 to cross, and there might be a change of direction in that moment. So there's different ways to do this, but mainly with the rainbow strategy, what you want to focus on is basically with the 20 and the 55, as long as the lines are going straight, you're in a good trade. So wait for it to cross with the 20-55 and look to see if all the lines are going straight. So you want to look to see if all the lines are going straight. And we see that happening up until this point right up here. And this is when the 20-25 starts crossing, and then it starts going down. So there's different ways to do these trades. You could focus on the 20-55 and when it crosses, and then, if you do it that way, you want to, when you really look at it, you want to get in all the moments when the 20-55 are crossing. And as long as you can zoom in real close, and as long as all the lines are going straight, you're good, and the market is going to keep going in that direction. When you start seeing the 20-55 touch each other, you're going to notice it start to go the opposite way. So you notice that there's a pullback. You know that there's a pullback going down as soon as the 20-25 start. The 20-25 starts touching each other, and then the market all of a sudden starts changing direction. So let's just look at a couple other scenarios here to see how effective this is and why it's such a popular strategy. So what we want to look for is a cross between the 2055. That's the first thing you want to look for. Right here we see a cross with the 2055. So this is the start of a downtrend. The next thing you want to focus on is the lines of the rainbow strategy. Are they all going in the right direction? So the 2025 are down here in the bottom right now because we're in a bear run right here. So what I do is I try to confirm it with the 80 oscillator to see if it's also in a downtrend. But you'll be basically, if you follow just the 80 oscillator, you're not going to get the full benefit of long good trades here. It'll show you crossing points like we're starting to go bearish, but hey, it's starting to touch the signal line again. So you could have got in. That could have been a trade right there, but it's going to miss all this other trade here. So it's good to refer to the rainbow strategy. So right here we see the cross. We see the cross happening right here for the 2055. And then what we were looking for next is the 2025 to see if the 2025 are going to start crossing. If the 2025 are crossing, that's when it's going to start changing direction. And you see that happening. Let's see if that happened. So you'll notice that it starts to go up a little bit right here. The lines are still straight. Now we turn this off here. See, it has not touched the 2025 yet, but it's starting to... This is a moment where it just starts going up. But because it didn't cross through the 2025, it still remains to go back down in that same direction. So if you look at your 2025, it's going to really tell you if it's going to start changing direction. So we'll notice right here we'll notice that it started to go in the opposite direction if we turn the candle back on. But it automatically comes back down. It automatically comes back down because the 2025 did not cross at this point, so it automatically came back down. So if you just follow these ribbons, it'll basically tell you the story of what's going on. So it remains bearish at this point, and it doesn't cross until this point right here. It doesn't touch until this point right here, and this is when it starts going bullish. And I could turn the candle back on, and we'll see that that's exactly what happened. So if you follow the ribbon from the first point it crossed, which was right here, and you just follow it, now it is going to be going up and down in little cycles, but just pay attention to what the rainbow strategy lines are doing here. And as long as they're still going straight, you're still good. It's still in that direction. So we see right here is when the 2025 touches and it starts going in the opposite direction. So that's really how to read it. Real quickly, that was Bitcoin. Let me look real quickly at a couple other assets and show you this works for, let's do US 30. This works really well for the stuff that is very volatile. Let's just rewind here and look for some moments. Yeah, let's find a moment. Now, this will also work for the US 30, which is why this is very powerful, because overall, you're going to be knowing the trend of the overall market. And the US 30 is about the same thing, and if you can understand the direction of the US 30, you could potentially make a lot. I'm not going to give any financial guarantees because I'm not a financial advisor, but if you understand the direction of the US 30, it'll highly benefit. Anyway, we see the cross happening right here. And what ends up happening right at this moment So all the lines start going straight, so the market is going up. The market is in a bullish trend right here. And so right here we see it start touching, the 2025 starts touching here, and then the market starts changing direction. But this was just a minor, this right here was just a minor pullback. The 2025 did not go all the way down, and then it immediately started coming back up. So you notice that the 2025 started straightening out again, and the market started going back up again. And then it started touching the 2025 again, and this time it went all the way down. It went all the way through right here. So the 2055 crossed, and then it started going down again. And then you see it doesn't touch we're all still going straight. Let's just see if it touches right there. It doesn't touch, so it's still in a downtrend. It is still in a downtrend. Still in a downtrend because all the lines are straight. Still in a downtrend. Still in a downtrend up until this point right here. This point right here, you see the 2025 cross right about here, and then it starts going in the opposite direction. So you could pretty much try to follow the 2025 and see if the lines are about to start crossing each other, but pretty much just refer to the whole rainbow strategy here. We see it crossing all the way again here. The 2055 crosses right here, and all the lines start going straight, so we are in a bull part of it right now. It is straight up until this point right here, and then it starts going down. And then it gets a little tangled mess here. Now, to confirm a tangled mess here, which is a consolidation zone pretty much, you see a big tangled mess right here. You do not want to get involved with that. If you look at the 80 oscillator, it is saying, well, right down here, it picked up on it going down, and you don't really see anything going through the signal line at this point because it's a jumbled mess. So I like referring to the 80 oscillator just to confirm. It's easy to see what it's doing, but if it's a jumbled mess right here, if the rainbow strategy is in a tangled mess, it's consolidation and it's not recommended. Wait till they actually straighten out a bit. So we see the 2025, it's crossing up again here. So we're in a bullish trend right about here until the 2025 starts touching right here, and then it starts going down again. So then it starts straightening out again, and then we're in a downtrend. And the moving averages, the lines, they start going straight. And then you see the 2025 start touching again, and then it starts going up again. So it crosses up here again, and then we are all of a sudden bullish again. The lines go straight. We are in a bullish trend for a very long time. And this is where we are right now. This is a more in-detail look at the rainbow strategy. Really, you basically, to get the basics of the direction of everything. So anyway, the rainbow strategy is really effective. There's two ways to do it. You want to look at your 2055 and see when the moments cross. You want to make sure all the lines are going straight in that direction, whether it be up or down. You want to focus on your 2025, and the moment that they start touching each other, there's going to be a retracement. It may go all the way. It may not go all the way. You have to really pay attention to what it's doing with the rainbow strategy. Other than that, I find that looking at the rainbow strategy, it really helps. Anyway, I'll probably be going more into this with other assets in the future. So this seems to really work well, and a lot of people that trade use this strategy. So it is pretty effective. You just have to in my opinion, it's best to look at this if you have looking at it on a computer. It's kind of harder to see, you know, doing it on your phone. But anyway, the strategy is really effective. Anyway, I do have a Discord right now. It's free to join if you guys want to be in touch with me. I also post my predictions to certain charts and assets, as well as other things. So definitely check out my Discord if you found this video helpful. Other than that, if you guys liked the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. See you guys in future videos.